Which fan favorite was eliminated from Dancing with the Stars? Hello everyone, this is Hiba Berry and welcome back to Shared News. Today we are recapping the latest episode of Dancing with the Stars. It was Whitney Houston Night and Billy Porter was the guest judge on this week's Dancing with the Stars. Harry Jowsey was the first to take the ballroom floor. Harry said last week's score seemed like a setback with the sixes, but the team dance gave him some redemption. This week they will be dancing the Viennese waltz to I Have Nothing by, of course, Whitney. Harry says he is excited to dance to this song. The initial lyrics have shaped who he is. He is thankful for his supporters. He's just an average Joe from a farm and hasn't danced in his life. Riley, his partner, says he struggles with doing the steps and performing them. She takes him to ballet class. Harry says the class is out of his comfort zone. After they performed the Viennese waltz, Derek says he saw some breakthrough moments for Harry. He also says he danced a little small and said he should use the space more. Billy said Harry has grown. It is about storytelling, which was brilliant, but he needs to see more seduction. Bruno says he needs to bring his bum in and doesn't need to shrink himself down. Harry says she has seen grace from every moment. He has come so far. There is magic in his eyes. Before they get their scores, Harry tells Julianne he was cramping up and in pain during those ballet classes. Harry scores 7s across the board for a total score of 28 out of 40. Up next, Jason Mraz is performing the samba to Higher Love. He said the scores were all over the place last week. To get a 10 from Paula was a career highlight. Jason wants to give them a wow moment. Danielle says the samba is a hard dance. Jason feels overwhelmed by all the steps, but hopes the high risk and high reward pays off. After the performance, Billy said he loved it. He thought the mouthing of the words was a bit distracting, but Jason was fantastic. Bruno says it was a high content, high quality samba, but he did mess up 4 times. Carrie-Anne says he gets lost in the mix of the moves. She wants to see more snap. Derek says Jason did a proper samba. He did not see the mistakes. Before getting their scores, Jason tells Julianne they have done the dance so many times, but he didn't know what happened. They get a score of 33 out of 40. Next up is Allison Hannigan. She had to hold back tears from last week because she was so happy from the results of the dance. They are dancing contemporary this week to The Greatest Love of All. She said it was the first song of love and she needed it so badly when she was a kid. This dance is for her younger self. During the dance, we saw Allison do some lifts and spins that we haven't seen her do before. Bruno says it was simple, effective, and deeply felt. Carrie-Anne says it has been a long time since she has cried. She said it was beautiful. Derek says she still has beautiful energy that is so engaging. Allison was dancing for herself. Billy felt that it was the most important song. Before they get their scores, Allison tells Julianne she is grateful to be given this much time. She is enjoying every moment of her experience on Dancing with the Stars. It has been an incredible experience. Billy gives them a 9 and they get a score of 33 out of 40. Next up, we have Xochitl Gomez. She says she was disappointed with the wardrobe mishap last week. It was a rough 2 days in a row. During the team rehearsal, she sprained her ankle, which was the same ankle she injured while filming Doctor Strange. This week, they are dancing the tango to I Wanna Dance with Somebody. During her dance, Xochitl's movements were tight and sharp. The judges gave her a standing ovation. Carrie-Anne says it was flawless and pristine. Derek says that is how you do a tango. It was fantastic. Billy says it was magical. Bruno says she's on top of the game. The quality of movement was astonishing. Before they got their scores, Xochitl tells Julianne this week was tough and she has no clue what she is doing. They get 10s across the board. leaderboard and receive a perfect score of 40 out of 40. This was the first perfect score of the season. Val picked up Xochitl and was spinning her around. What an accomplishment. Next up, Barry Williams dances the Roomba to Didn't We Almost Have It All? Last week, Barry's scores went down, which was disappointing. He wants to move those scores up. His wife is a professional hula dancer, which was a little fun fact. He asks her for advice because this dance needs a lot of hip movement. After the dance, Derek says Barry has captured the hearts of America. He used his arms beautifully. Billy said the storytelling was great. He thought it was a little too easy and Barry could do more. Bruno says he had it all tonight. He made no mistakes. It was beautiful and one of his better dances. Carrie-Anne says he is such a showman. It was beautiful and one of his better dances. Before they get their scores, Barry tells Julianne that he dedicates the dance to his wife. They get a score of 32 out of 40. Next, we have Charity Lawson, who is dancing the Viennese waltz to I Will Always Love You. Regarding last week's dance, Charity said getting 8s is like getting 6s. She's in the middle of the leaderboard and is not happy. The iconic song I Will Always Love You makes Charity think of her fiance Dotun. Billy says it was gorgeous, but elegance in the arms needs to be there. Bruno says it was sophisticated, but she needs to link her movements. Carrie-Anne says Charity needs more connection in her movements. She did see much more joy though. Derek says her elbow was locked in frame and needed to be bent. Before they get their scores, Charity tells Julianne she will take the judges' critiques and apply it. She gets 9s across the board with a total score of 36 out of 40. Now lastly, last week Ariana Madix got her second 10 of the season. She is super pumped. They are dancing the Paso Doble to Queen of the Night. After the performance, Bruno says she has the power. She dominated that performance. Carrie-Anne says she does not miss a moment and attacks, but had some awkward movements. Derek says she had texture in her arms. She was fantastic. Billy said it was so clean and sharp. Before they get their scores, Ariana tells Julianne about the balance of Dancing with the Stars and all her businesses. She says dancing is her #1 priority. Derek, Billy, and Bruno end up giving Ariana a 10, which leads her total score to be a 39 out of 40. Ariana freaks out and has no words. Now it is time for the dance-off. Allison will be dancing against Harry. They will both be dancing the Roomba. Harry says the extra points would mean a lot. Allison fears that if she doesn't win the dance, she could go home. After the performance, Carrie-Anne says both of them have grown a lot. Derek says he prefers Harry's dance, however, Allison had a leg up. Billy says both performances were fantastic. Bruno says both dances were good, and we will have to wait and see. The judges decide the winner, and it goes to Allison and Sasha. They will get the bonus points. The next couple performing against each other is Jason and Barry. They will be dancing the salsa. Carrie-Anne says the key to salsa is having good rhythm and fluidity. Barry got the audience's attention by ripping open his shirt in the middle of the routine. After the performance, Derek says when he grows up, he wants to be like Barry. Derek says it will be a tough one to judge. Billy tells Barry skin always wins, and Bruno says this is a hard call. Carrie-Anne says their dances were different. Jason was having fun, but Barry stole the moves. The judges decide the winner, and it is Barry and Peta. They will get the bonus points added onto their individual scores. Barry takes his shirt off to celebrate, which leaves Julianne a little flustered. The last dance-off is against Xochitl and Charity. They are dancing the cha-cha. The ladies recognize each other's strengths and know this will be a tough one. Derek says the cha-cha dance is a lot of hip movement and a lot of energy between the partners. After the performance, Billy says the fringe on the pants worked for Charity to grab his attention. Bruno said it was like watching the battle of the divas. It is going to be difficult. Carrie Ann says it was exciting to watch. She says one was more competitive and she loved it. And Derek finally added it was so difficult. It was a battle of the fringe costumes. The judges decide the winner and it goes to Charity and Artem. They will get the bonus points. Now it is the unfortunate time for the elimination. The bottom three narrow down to Barry, Charity, and Jason. The couple unfortunately sent home is Barry and Peta. You can hear loud boos instantly in the ballroom. The audience begins chanting Barry's name. Barry says this has been the most wonderful experience of his life. The support of the fans, family, and everyone here has made it a complete delight. You knew he won after the first night. Such a sad loss. Justice for Barry. Now, you guys tell me, did Barry deserve to go home? It was quite impressive how far he made it in the competition, but I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. But before we go, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any news updates. As always, I'm your host, Hibba Barry. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.